It is really difficult being business partners and married. People ask us all the time, what is it like working with your partner all the time? We've been full-time creators I've been 10 years, you've been, 12 years?
Yep.
April started her first YouTube channel in 2009. By the way, my name is Justin.
I'm April.
This is my wife, April.
I'm his wife.
So today we wanted to talk about why it's really difficult being married and being business partners, and why a lot of creator and influencer couples separate or divorce. So the first reason is one person wants it in the relationship and the other doesn't. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got really lucky because it was a hobby for me. I would cry about how I didn't know how to edit, and Justin's like, let me teach you. So even my little hobby that I just wanted to have fun with, Justin was like, I'll help you. So I'm just grateful for that, because if it weren't that case, like, I probably wouldn't have started, because I am so not tech savvy.
We've gotten so many DMs and emails over the years of people, like aspiring creators, aspiring influencers, wanting to do this, but saying, oh, my partner's not supportive at all.
Yeah, you need a supportive partner.
Yeah, because it's like, you know how much time it takes, right? And so if you like, I need an hour away from the kids or something to like go film a video or whatever, and if your partner's making snide remarks, or they're not supportive of it, or like having to invest in equipment or software or things like that, because it gets expensive, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Investing, and cameras break down fast if you're using it all the time. I'm just saying.
The second thing is that one partner is spending a ton of time and a ton of money in this pursuit, and the other person just kind of gives up. I've gotten, again, DMs from many creators who this has been like a major source of pain in their relationship, in their marriage, because their partner really believed in them in the begining, but it's just like, it seems like it's not working, right? It seems like the money is only going out and not coming in. For a long time, I mean, that was a challenge. Yeah,
I was spending a lot of money buying makeup to review, or buying just random stuff just so I could do a haul, because haul videos were really popular, or trying the new like curling iron for my hair, just because I had a passion in it. But then, people change, and that could cause problems. Like when my mom passed away, I changed. I lost my passion in literally every part, like every aspect of my life. And Justin's like, it's okay, I got you, girl. You held it down for us this whole time. I got you now. And I appreciate that, because, sometimes when someone goes through things, or when someone's so used to a person being a certain way and providing for the family, like, it's like, that's all they know. And it's like, you're not good for me anymore then. If you're not providing, you ain't nothing to me. You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful that you said, I got you, girl. I'll take care of us now.
Well, you did the same for me when I was trying to like make the agency work, right?
Yeah,
because for many years I kept promising you, like, okay, because I ran an influencer agency for about 7 years, and I really tried to make that thing work, and I really, I spent so much time traveling away from the family, conferences, like business meetings, all this stuff, and I kept promising, like, it's going to pay off, we're going to round the corner, we're going to get that next big deal. And for it to fail, I mean, obviously COVID happened, which did not help, but
we can't help that.
Yeah, but for, you really have always like stuck by me, and like, if you don't have that solid foundation in your relationship or your marriage, and something like this happens, like, absolutely that could be the catalyst for a divorce, We're also very in love. That helps.
You just have to love your partner. Sometimes, like, you know how Justin's talking about how, these are the causes that could cause divorce with YouTube couples or separation. But I'm talking about just people. You know what I mean? But we're relating it to YouTubers or creators. But people as a whole, like, or couples, if you're not in love with each other, if you don't spend time with each other enough, or truly, like, love each other and like each other, it's not going to work. It really isn't, right?
That leads very well into the next point, which is that, when you are business partners and you're in a relationship, it blurs.
Oh, it sure does.
Right?
Even for us, it blurs. This is one thing that I think we struggle with, because dude don't know how to stop talking. He will keep talking about work during dinner, while we on vacation. He just doesn't know how to stop. And I'm happy for him that he loves his job so much, but I'm just like, not thinking about anything, just looking up, just staring at the sky. And you're like, and according to this email. And I'm like, dude, don't bring up that email. Like, I'm on vacation, sir.
She has a voice for me, if you haven't noticed.
To this email, per this person's request,
It's actually true though. It's a my brain doesn't shut off. It's like I think about it all the time. And so, when you're trying to have a date night, you're on vacation or things like that, it's like, when you have a normal like 9-to-5 job, it's like you can kind of shut it off. You've got the wall here, but like when you're entrepreneur, when you work for yourself, it's really difficult. And so if you don't consciously spend time on each other, and it's not just the business partnership, and you don't have a relationship, you don't have a marriage, the love can like evaporate really quickly, I think.
Yeah, and also people change. Like I said, after I lost my mom, I changed. Like everything about me changed. I wouldn't say I'm lazy because I'm not, but I'm not the hustler that I used to be. And something about me I just can't be that person anymore. I just don't know how to. And so I understand why I am the way I am now versus Justin being so passionate, because he's like, I'm going to take over for our family now. I mean, we're both still working. We're both still creators, but like, he's like, I got you now. Like, you're going through things. Grieving is like a roller coaster. It just never ends. I understand why you are the way you are. I get it.
I appreciate that, honey. And I think also to segues really well into the next point.
Real quickly, one of the biggest mistakes that my wife and I made when we started out as creators was not realizing how much of our personal data there was about us on the internet, which is why you need to know about today's sponsor, Delete Me. One of the first things that my wife and I thought you had to do when you started as a creator was incorporate, have an S Corp or have an LLC or whatever, right? And so we went on the website and we filled all the information out and we used our home address, not realizing that once that business registration was approved, it would show up on the Secretary of State's websites. And what do you think happened? We had trolls reach out to us with screenshots of our home address and says, ha ha ha, look what we found. But it's not just when you register a business. There's data brokers out there who crawl the web for all sorts of personal information about you and then compile it into easy to find profiles. Things like real estate transactions, driver's licenses, marriage licenses, voter registrations, utility companies, and yep, you guessed it, social media profiles. I first heard about Delete Me through my friend Liron Segev, and I told him about some sensitive search results about where we live that my wife and I have been trying to get rid of for years, and no joke, within just a few days of signing up for Delete Me, they were gone. It was seriously like a miracle. So when you sign up for Delete Me, you get access to this privacy dashboard, and you can see here all the different data brokers and listings that they've reviewed, and like the number of data brokers with my info. You can see the listings that were reviewed, the listings that were removed. It shows the type of exposed data, whether it's my address, my name, my age, court records, property records, and so on. One thing that in particular I really like is that anytime that there's like a new data broker that's they just decided to like scrape my information now, you can basically your coverage expands, and so I want to add this new data broker. Here we go. We've added a new data broker to Delete Me. It's this new one called United States Phone Book. Yes, I would like you to like add that and remove it, right? My wife and I take the privacy of our family and especially our kids really seriously, so Delete Me has been a godsend. So if you're a creator or influencer and you'd like to remove your data to help protect yourself and your loved ones from the risks of identity theft or stalkers or harassment, when you sign up for Delete Me with the code WIZARD, you can get 20% off at joindeleteme.com/wizard. Again, that's 20% off using WIZARD at joindeleteme.com/wizard. All right, let's get back to it.
Which is you're just doing your vibing, you're vibing, you got that resonance. People have a really hard time when things change in their environment around them. Maybe they stop getting as many views on YouTube, or maybe the Reels or the Facebook bonus program goes away and they were making a bunch of money, or something about their revenue streams that they'd been relying on for years significantly changes, and they're now faced with the prospect of like, maybe we can't do this anymore. Maybe we have to go back and get real jobs, and one partner is like, no, like we have to keep trying, we have to keep doing this, and then they're like staring this reality in the face that the things are different now, and this is, I mean, our income streams have changed wildly in the 15 years since you started your YouTube channel, right?
But like when that happens, or if that were to happen to a couple who are creators and they were making all this money and then they don't anymore, if you don't pivot, you're gonna have a hard time monetizing your career. And also mentally it breaks you down. It totally like puts you in a dark place, because you're like, why isn't the things that I used to do, why isn't it working anymore? I had a mental breakdown many years ago. It was before Jacob was born, to be honest, I had so much pressure because I was providing for my mom. We were paying for my mom's rent. That's like a big part of who I am, caring for my mom, and I wanted to care for her for the rest of my life. And so in my mind, I'm like, dude, my views are going down. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know why. All I've ever known these past 10 years was YouTube. What am I to do? But thank goodness in 2020, we pivoted. We started doing different things. We started Amazon Live. We get sponsorships on Amazon Live here and there. And I'm just so grateful that I didn't have pride, because I'm not a person who has pride. I used to, but now I'm like, dude, my views might be low, or my reels or my likes or whatever. But one thing about me is I got engagement, because my friends who support me, they comment because I comment back. And that's really important. All this to say is that sometimes people just don't know how to flow with the changes of social media.
I will also say another reason I think people separate is that, to your point, there's so much pressure sometimes on one person in particular, namely you. So, let's be real here. Like, a lot of the brands and partners that come inbound from the beginning, it's always been like, we want to partner with April. And like, me and the kids kind of come along for the ride, but it's like, it's her because she's built the largest platforms, right? And she was the one who started her YouTube channels, all that stuff too. And so we obviously have created a bunch of channels together, and we do lots of partnerships together and everything too.
Tester.
Of course, I am the taste tester, but like, let's talk about how that affects you in real life, right? It's like, you're the breadwinner, you bring, you're the person who like people want to work with. And so with, all the sponsorships coming inbound, and you're a new mom, and like, there's all the pressure with your mom and providing for your family and providing for our family. And obviously we were working together, but like, it still feels like so much on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me give my man a clap, because I feel seen. You know what I mean? Like, I feel seen. That is the case for a lot of like YouTube girlfriends or wives. Sometimes we are the one that's considered the talent, and so all the pressure is on us. Do we want this sponsorship? Oh, maybe I might have to take it because I'm providing for the whole family. I also got to cook dinner. I also got to take care of them babies. I also struggle with my body image because I just had a baby. I also struggle with acceptance from family members, wondering, will they ever accept my career? There's just so much going on in my head. It was just draining. It was literally so draining. And then it's like, oh, he's trying to holler at me after all this? Stop, sir, but you can get it. But you know what I mean? Like, it was a lot.
Well, thank you for everything you did.
Course.
Like, honestly, I can't. She really likes my beard. I don't know. She never wants me to shave because she likes the beard.
And he got a 10. We're actually
I got the
in
10.
Punta Cana
Yeah,
now.
we're in the Dominican Republic. It's kind of impromptu right now. It actually reminded me of something about the judgment thing you were mentioning, which is that I think a lot of people separate. A lot of influencers, creators separate because they start to let what people are saying about them on the internet affect their worldview. I mean, for a long time, our YouTube comments section was an absolute cesspool. I mean, it was terrible.
It was vile.
It was vile. It was just like, I wonder what awful thing is going to be upvoted at the top of our comment section on yesterday's video, and we wake up and it's like, it was just this psychosis that was happening. And like, it's gotten a lot better, in terms of YouTube's tools to like moderate it and stuff.
So much better.
But
now.
like back in the day, it was awful. And like the things people would say about us and our life and all this stuff too. And it's not
children.
Yeah, and the children. It's not just limited to YouTube too, by the way. It's like on Twitter and like, anyone who's been on the internet for long enough, especially women. But it affects people, right?
And then people would get so mad when you would block them. It's like, excuse you out here ruining my day. I don't need to see you tomorrow, thank you.
Exactly.
Come again
Exactly.
with another account. Come again.
That was the most annoying part, is like we would block them and then they create a new account.
One.
It's like,
you got time? See, that's why you're there. Okay, bye. That's why you stay there.
my favorite new feature of most of the platforms have is like mute only for them. Like they don't even know they're shouting into the void.
Yeah.
That's the best. They think they're commenting, but
Go
they're
ahead.
not. Like honestly, like this has happened to some people where it's like, people will be commenting on the other person's partner, like, oh, he did this or he did that, and then the person's like, wait, yeah, he is not being good to me, or he isn't, this type of thing.
Or people like create false narratives. Okay, for example, the biggest thing that happened to us that broke my heart was that I had a miscarriage before I had Jacob. I had a whole baby, and someone said that we created a lie and it was fake. You want to talk to my doctor? Because I went to the doctor and she's still my doctor, and she's the one that told me I had miscarried. Like, are you for real? A whole like gossip thing talked about it, and that was heartbreaking. And I think that sometimes those things, those lies, those things like that, it can create so much depression, to be honest, because you want to defend yourself because you know it's not right, but at the same time you can't.
And it causes so much hurt in the relationship, in the marriage. I mean, luckily for us, we grew closer together because through that experience, because we only had each other to deal with this. There was no, like, we didn't know anyone really in like our real lives who could understand what that type of scrutiny was like on the internet. You know, it was brutal, you know? And I mean, let's be real, like another reason why people split is that people give in to temptation because now they have this big head and people are sliding in the DMs. People are sliding in the DMs.
Can I share some tea?
Okay,
Back in the day when I think I was pregnant with Liam, someone slid in Justin's DM and was like, leave April, buy me a Chanel bag. Girl, bye. You didn't know that it was me who was making the money? Girl, bye. Who you talking to? Leave April, buy me a Chanel. Girl, bye. Sit yourself down. Who you asking for things for? Justin blocked her real quick. And trust, I actually have access to his Instagram account, so if you think you DM somebody, that'd be me.
We literally have had access to each other's socials for like our entire relationship. No, but like a lot of people have split because of cheating and this type of thing. People get they get this kind of fame complex. I think,
we never
ego.
had that.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, I'm kind of hot stuff now.
No, we never been hot stuff like that.
It's kind of funny though, because like we've always wanted like our income to grow and our security to grow, but have never wanted like our influence like or following or fame to grow.
I think that's the thing. We never wanted to be famous. We just want to, we love what we do for a living, but we don't want to be famous. We
always joke about that we want to be Paw Patrol famous. Paw Patrol founder famous, which is the guy. What's the anecdote?
Yeah, that man that created Paw Patrol.
No one knows who he is, who his face is. You could never, like, you walk down the street, don't know who this guy is, but he's like a billionaire, literally, or a decamillionaire or whatever. Another reason I think people split is not deferring to the other's strengths. This was a big problem for me, or big challenge for me. When I first quit my full-time job, because she quit 2 years before me, and she was used to you're used to filming
by myself,
by yourself.
You could leave me alone.
Yeah,
he could leave me.
The lights,
alone.
The camera, setting it up. I did help you in the beginning, though.
Oh my God. I was used to filming on my own. And then he wanted to quit and be like, I want to do this full time with you. Okay, but mind your business, Sally. Mind it.
It felt as though I had to justify the fact that I had quit. So let me come in. Let's put the light here. Let's put the camera here.
Cleaning, cooking a little bit since I'm out here making some money.
I actually used to cook a lot more.
Yeah, what happened? When was the last time you made a salmon? Like 10 years ago.
Have I not asked you, hey, like, let me make my salmon and couscous
dish? Why don't you just try? Why don't you
I would love to. I always should I do the when we do meal prep and we're doing the grocery order, do I say, hey, should I do the salmon and couscous this week? And you say no.
Try that new recipe.
This is the thing. I only know one recipe. I know, actually I know. No. I actually am a pretty good cook.
Yeah, you are.
But you're just so much better than me.
But what we're talking about was the fact that I felt like I was more the creative person, and we knew that Justin, he just got his MBA. What is he good at? He's real great at emails, real great at phone calls, because I'm not. I'm a straight to it person. I just want to talk about what I need to do, and that is all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just let's get to it. And so he's the business behind everything.
I think we gravitated to our corners, kind of, I think, in terms of the strengths in the relationship.
In your lane, sir.
But for real, like, it took humility. It took like me realizing, okay, like this is actually her thing. This is her lane. This is what she's good at. But again, that wasn't it's like retrospectively, it took a while, and so these are some of the like hiccups I think you experience, especially when one partner, has been doing the hustle, and then the other partner, like you make enough to like justify the other person quitting and doing it full time. There's growing pains for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's tough.
It also takes humility for me to recognize that I would not be where I am without you. Like, your business savvy, your expertise in sponsorships, I could never make as much money as I have without you. And it benefits both of us. But as a spouse that is also your literal managing everything, he don't get 10%. He get all of it. Because we're married. It goes in one pot.
It seems fair. It seems totally legal to me.
Totally fair now, seeing as you are killing it.
Well, I mean, California is a community property state.
So that's all mine.
Yeah. It all comes back around.
Yeah,
well, no, the other thing too, I think the other reason people split is that having your eggs all in one basket, if you're both full-time, is
that's hard.
scary. Here's actually the crazy story. We were just talking about this, like the circuitous path life takes. The only reason that April was able to go full-time when she did was because I had started getting my MBA at night part-time after work.
Yeah.
And because I was pursuing my MBA, randomly, I got a new job opportunity. I ultimately landed it. They loved the fact that I was pursuing my MBA, and I got a $30,000 raise.
No,
and
tell them how much you made, because that made a big difference.
Yeah, so that was when I first like hit six figures.
Yeah, I jumped on him real quick.
She literally, when we got the phone call, like with the recruiter saying what the salary range was going to be, we were like freaked out because that meant she could quit her job, and she started grinding on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And
I was a preschool teacher at the time, and I loved it, but I really had passion in YouTube.
And that was the thing, is that critically, I kept my job, and we had the health benefits, we had, the kind of the one like stable income at least, because you weren't really making money on YouTube yet. Like you were making some money.
If you want all the credit for my career, just say that.
This is a very circuitous way of me trying to take all the credit.
That.
This is, I think, also another good example. It's like, it's back and forth. It's kind of like this yin and yang yo-yo thing that happens sometimes.
I wouldn't mind if it was just all him, by the way.
Okay, let's be real here. Like, I want to give you your flowers, because it's been a shift over the last like couple years for us too.
Yeah.
Because as Creator Wizard has grown, and I'm starting to generate serious income with this in the family. No, but it's like, I think perhaps one reality could have been that you felt like, wait a minute, hold on a second here. Like, I'm the one who's like, for the last like 12, 13 years, who have been the person like bringing home the bacon kind of thing. It's been me. And now the kind of like limelight is shifting to you in the relationship, and you have been so like willing to like, or like welcome to just like encourage me to like, this is your path, this is your time. I think that like is such an unbelievable commentary on your humility and your ability to like, again, it's these seasons that I think you go through in a relationship and marriage. And
don't cry. It's gonna make me cry. Honey, I know you wanted the limelight. I just wanted you to do what you wanted to do and to love what you do. It was never about the limelight. You know me, I ain't trying to be famous.
Not the limelight. Stable. I know, but not the limelight. But like, your star was rising for many years, and it still is, I think. It's just a very different thing for me now, and it's like speaking and writing the book and like, all these things.
I love it all for you. It's like that saying, like, there's always food to eat, or like, like people, that saying, I can't think of it right now, but everyone has room to eat. And I love to eat. Baby, make that money so I can eat.
We were speaking of which, we're going to go to dinner soon. All right, another reason that I think creator couples split is that they never had a relationship outside of the caricature of it on the internet. This is kind of a crazy thing to say, but you may have seen, family vloggers or couples, who started an Instagram page together or started a YouTube channel together or something like that. And their whole identity from the very beginning of their relationship is kind of performative, right? It's like, okay, we're going to do this thing, and then we're going to have a thumbnail saying how much we're in love or showing how much we're in love and all this stuff too. And they never had the formative period of their relationship where they weren't on the internet, or they weren't on social media, or where they weren't both doing the thing. And we had many years where we were together, several years where we were together before we ever were on YouTube. And I think that like is a factor.
I think that it all comes to authenticity. If you're not authentic online and offline, if you're not the same person, baby, it's hard. You're tired being two different people. You out there being Hannibal Lecter, or you out there being a regular person, and then you Hannibal Lecter on the...
I'm pretty sure this is going to get limited monetization after that. I don't know. I'm going to keep it.
No, you out there being...
How about Jekyll and Hyde? Can we do that, maybe? That would be the... April likes to watch true crime. Is it obvious now?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, the biggest compliment that I always receive is that you're the same online and offline. One of my best friends I actually made, she was a hardcore subscriber of ours, Danielle, and she said, I love the fact that you're the same person online and offline. That's why I've been doing it for so long, because I never got tired, because I am the same person on and offline. And I think that's where it comes down to. If y'all are acting different as a couple online, and then you guys are out there cussing each other out, not being kind to each other, not truly loving each other, but it's your job to look like you are, oh honey, I'm sorry. sorry, you're tired. You're so tired. Go take a nap. But at the end of the day, it's not about social media couples or this or that. It's about couples overall.
So we talked a lot about why influencer creator couples split, but there's so many amazing things about being married and being business partners. I get to spend every day working with my soulmate.
We're not sick of each other.
We're not sick of each other.
Because
That's
he
the
stayed
other
in his
thing.
lane
I stayed
while
in my
I filmed.
That's totally why. I think at the end of the day, you just have to love on your partner.
Yeah, I love you.